Hi everybody, Stevie here. Have you ever been out on a Sunday morning with no definite plan of actually where you want to go, and you think to yourself, oh, I'll just have a drive around and see what we can find? Well, today I'm out in Udon Thani, and I thought I'd have a drive out down some of these country lanes, and I came across this temple sign. Now, I've been along this road quite a few times, but I've never actually seen this particular sign for a temple. So I thought, well, I'm at a loss of something to do. I'll follow the signs and let's just go and have a look. And what a pleasant surprise it is. I found this place is supposed to be a temple, but to be honest, I've been in Thailand for quite a few years, and I've never actually seen a complex like this. This is very unique and very, very unusual. It doesn't fit in with the general design of what people would consider as a temple. It's modern, it's sleek, it looks clinical and clean, and it's got a vast area surrounding it with lots of different outbuildings, temples, halls, meeting rooms, etc., etc. So with that, my friends, I thought it'd be quite interesting to let you have a look around the place and see what you can make of it. Now, I'm quite sure that this place is not just going to be an ordinary temple in the future. I think somebody has a plan to develop it into more or less a Buddhist cultural centre or something akin to that. It is very, very unusual, but very, very beautiful. I've not seen anything on YouTube, not seen anything posted in social media about the place, and in fact it took me quite a long time to find it on the map when I actually knew where it was. So with that, my friends, I'm going to invite you for a walk around, and I hope you find it interesting. So let's go and have a look and see what we can show you here. So you'll have to follow me on, and I'm going to take you to the most interesting part of this temple complex, and I hope you're as amazed and pleased with the results as I am. I really didn't expect to find this in this area. So let's go and have a look, guys. So we'll start our little tour from here. Now we've given you an introduction. What I will do, guys, I'll put the name of the temple on the bottom of the video. It is quite a long name, but for the purpose of this video, I'll call it Nirodhapimararam. If you look at the back of this Naga, you'll see an absolutely streamlined, unique temple. Now, to be honest, guys, I don't know whether this temple has actually been blessed or consecrated or whatever you'd like to call it, and that's probably why it's closed at the moment. And I've been here quite a few times now, but to be honest, I haven't seen anybody here. Well, that's a little bit of a lie. I've seen one or two people and some people doing the groundworks. So here we are. This is the most fantastic view that I came across when I first came here. And to the right here, this is the entrance in from a little country lane. And you can see, very, very quiet. There's nobody around, there's no traffic, there's no people. And I would imagine in years to come, that's going to change tremendously. And if you look on the outside of this unique temple, you'll see 4 bridges, where you can only see 3 at the moment because one's on the other side. But they're very, very ornate. They've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Buddhas lining the walkway to get into the temple itself. Very, very beautiful. But the grounds, as I said, they extend a long way back. So I'm going to show you what else is here. We've got a reclining Buddha and a standing Buddha, and quite a few other little bits and pieces. So let's have a walk further up towards the temple. I did ask people in Udon Thani if they knew about this place, and being very, very honest with you guys, nobody knew anything about it. Nobody knew of its existence. I did show them a few photographs and said, "Where's that?" Well, actually, guys, it's not far off the main road to Nong Han. So I'll take the lead, guys, and let's go and have a look at this rather unique temple. As I said previously, unfortunately we can't get inside the building even to have a sneak peek of what it may be or what it already is. But obviously in due course I will come back and hopefully I'll give you a video of what I've discovered. Whoever decided to expand on the temple here has done an actual remarkable job, because the setting is really ideal, and judging by the size of the area that the temple sits in, there's also a lot more room for expansion should they wish to do so in future years to come. I've tried a couple of doors on the way round, but so far no success. So no peeping, guys. I was hoping to actually get the drone up and give you an aerial shot of the temple and the surrounding area. But I looked at the sky and there's some quite low flying aircraft going into Udon. And I did check on my drone information, and this is a restricted zone for flying, so unfortunately we can't do that, guys. But what I can do is give you a couple of AI images and give you an idea of what the temple looks like from the sky. And talking about sky, I think in the future, if the owners are not very careful, they're going to have a severe problem with pigeons. There are very many of them flying around here, and judging by the walkways, they've already started to make considerable mess in certain areas. Sometimes I don't think the architectural people that design these places take due care and consideration of the extent of the damage that pigeons can do, and try and design around it. But there you go, it's a thing for consideration for the future, that's for sure. So we'll carry on walking around the perimeter of this building, and I think you'll agree with me that the walkways that have been designed from the roadway across this water to actually arrive at the temple doors is very stunning. These sitting gilded Buddha are really remarkable. And as we were talking about pigeons before, I mean this is just an example of one of the areas that is getting really dirty by pigeon drop-ins, and sadly it's going to only increase in the future if steps are not taken to actually ward the pigeons off the buildings. As we look more, as we're walking at the surrounding area, you just have that feeling of quiet and peacefulness. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to have a drive along this road, and I don't know whether you're able to see, but in the distance there's the big tall standing Buddha. So we're going to have a drive along there and I'll show you what's up that end. Also up in that area there's a reclining Buddha and some other Buddha figures which you might find interesting. So let's jump in the car and then we'll head up there. So no surprise to anybody, we've arrived where the standing Buddha is situated, and a very hot day today. Work continues. I think there's still a lot to do in this area, and we have a couple of ladies there sat under a makeshift screen. Been very, very hot in Udon for the last week, and temperatures above 38 degrees. I would imagine once it's completed it could be an absolutely fabulous area, guys, and I think for anybody who lives in the area, well worth a visit. So we'll leave the standing Buddha and we'll continue to have a look at the few figures that are along this route here. There is a reclining Buddha and a sitting Buddha with a few disciples gathered around it, and judging by the state of them, I think they're relatively new. I don't think they're that old, so probably being put there as part of the makeover for the whole of the complex. Not entirely sure, because as I said, guys, it's very, very hard to find out any information here. On the way back I'll try to get you a better shot of the sitting disciples. And here we have it, the reclining Buddha, and I think you'll agree with me, it looks relatively newly placed in this spot. I don't know whether there was one there previously, no idea, guys, but this one looks absolutely amazing. So I'm happy that you're continuing to follow me. We'll go and have a little bit closer look at the sitting Buddha and the disciples, and then I'll probably take you up to have a look at the new hall that looks as though it's just been finished, and see what you make of that area. Absolutely fantastic. Well, before we go and look at the new temple hall, I'll just take you for a quick walk around this little garden that I've discovered on the way back. To be honest, guys, I don't know what it's supposed to represent. It looks a very, very peaceful place. However, I've noticed that there is nowhere to actually sit. Now, there is a sign here in Thai. For those Thai readers, you could probably leave a comment and tell me what the garden is supposed to represent. But to be honest, guys, I have no idea. I did see one of the monks watering the garden, which was the first for me. And after I'd finished filming a few shots of the reclining Buddha, I went back to try and have a word with him, and he'd gone. So peaceful here. It's a really tranquil location. There's no 2 days about it. I'd like to see what happens to the place in the next few years or so, because I don't believe it's going to stay as quiet and peaceful as this. It's going to be some unique cultural retreat or meditation centre. I'm virtually absolutely 100% sure in my mind. Leave me comments, guys. Tell me what your idea is, or if you know more than me, please feel free to leave me comments. I'd like to know more about it, as I'm sure many viewers would. So let's start heading back towards the newly built temple hall and see if we can see anything of interest in there. Let's look at this place. Well, the new temple hall is only a few minutes away from here, so we'll have a look at that. And when you actually see the size of the place, because I've obviously been here before, I think you'll agree with me that there is some purpose to its size. It's not just built in the hope that people are actually going to visit. Somebody has a dream, and that dream is to actually fill this hall with people looking for merit. Similar kind of style roof to the main temple area, but not as ornate. Now I'm sure you'll agree with me, you can get many people sat in there making merit. As I said, it has some definite purpose, but what that purpose is, I have no idea. Beautifully constructed and beautifully finished. But not a lot to see, so we won't hang around this area for too long. We'll go back to virtually where we started. There is another little place around the back of the temple where we started, and I believe it may be monks' quarters. I'm not entirely sure, but there's a nice little potential garden there with a water feature, so we'll have a go and have a look at that before we actually bring this video to a close. So I would imagine that this place here is where the abbot actually resides. Again, there is another sign there in Thai, but I don't know actually what it translates into English. Garden needs a bit more loving care and attention, and if they actually had the water flowing over the water feature at the back, it would be a very attractive place. But the building there, the right hand side of the water feature, that looks as though it's probably been renovated recently, and quite a huge place. I could be wrong about it being the abbot's residence. It may be administrative offices or accommodation for other people. Not entirely sure, guys. So we'll head off down to where we actually came from and see what we can discover on the way there. Well, not a lot, unfortunately. But anyway guys, thanks for joining me on this little walk around on this rather unique temple found in the middle of nowhere. I hope it inspires you to come and have a look for yourself. If anybody's got any information about the place they'd like to share, please leave comments. So with that guys, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a comment, and if you would like to see future content, please subscribe.